Story 1. Last spring, I matched with this woman on Tinder, and to this day, I still don't know who I actually met that night. Her name on the app was Sarah. She looked completely normal in her pictures. Nothing overly edited or suspicious, just a cheerful blonde who worked as a graphic designer and loved photography and weekend bike rides. We chatted for a couple of weeks, and she seemed totally down to earth. My name is Alex, and last spring I connected with a woman named Sarah on Tinder. Her profile seemed genuine, a cheerful blonde with a passion for photography and weekend bike rides, working as a graphic designer. Our chats flowed effortlessly, no red flags, just lighthearted banter about favorite coffee spots and bad movie recommendations. She came across as grounded and unhurried, which was a welcome change from the usual rushed exchanges. After a couple of weeks, we decided on a casual dinner at a quaint Italian bistro in downtown Seattle. Nothing extravagant, but charming with its dim lights and aroma of fresh pasta. I arrived early, nerves buzzing like static electricity in my veins. I messaged her that I'd parked nearby. Silence. Minutes ticked by as I lingered near the entrance, scrolling through my phone to distract from the growing awkwardness. 15 minutes passed, then 25. Doubts crept in. Was she delayed by traffic or rain? Or worse, flaking out? I stepped inside, the warm glow of the restaurant contrasting the chilly evening outside. The host confirmed no reservation under Sarah's name, and my embarrassment mounted as patrons glanced my way. Just as I considered bailing, a man in his late 30s approached, disheveled, with an unkempt beard and a faded gray jacket. He zeroed in on me, asking if I was Alex. My stomach twisted. How did he know? He introduced himself as Sarah's cousin, explaining she felt under the weather, but didn't want to disappoint. She supposedly lived nearby and wanted him to escort me there for a low-key hangout. His voice was steady, almost rehearsed, but the story didn't add up. Why no text from her? He claimed her battery died mid-message, and she was too apologetic to cancel outright. Unease gnawed at me, a primal instinct screaming caution. The streets were slick from recent showers, and he insisted driving was safer than walking the dimly lit blocks. I hesitated, weighing the politeness against the oddity. Part of me felt guilty imagining her alone and ill, but logic prevailed. This screamed setup. I requested the address to walk myself, but he evaded, suggesting he lead the way. That sealed it. Adrenaline surged as I politely declined and headed for the door. He moved subtly, positioning himself to impede my exit, his expression shifting from calm to insistent. Sarah will be heartbroken, he pressed, eyes locking onto mine with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. I mumbled about rescheduling and pushed past, heart pounding like a drum in my chest. Outside, the cool air hit me like a slap, and I hurried to my car, locking it immediately. Glancing back, I saw him silhouetted in the doorway, staring as I drove off. Relief washed over me, mixed with confusion. Had I overreacted? That night around midnight, a notification pinged from Tinder. "Why didn't you show?" from Sarah's account. I recounted the cousin's visit, and her reply floored me. She had no cousin. Panic set in. Who was that man? She went silent after that, her profile vanishing by morning. Then the hacks began. Alerts for attempted logins to my social media, email, and even banking apps. Paranoia gripped me as I fortified everything with two-factor authentication, my mind racing to connect the dots. Texts from unknown numbers followed, escalating from cryptic warnings like, "We noticed you," to personal threats using my full legal name, unearthed from who knows where. Sleep evaded me, every shadow in my apartment amplifying my fear. One evening, alone on the couch, a firm knock echoed through the hall. My breath caught. I froze, pulse thundering. Another knock, louder, more demanding. Peering through the peephole revealed an empty corridor, but footsteps retreated heavily down the stairs, leaving me trembling. Desperate, I contacted the bistro. A waiter recalled a similar man loitering outside for nearly an hour before my arrival, pacing like a predator. The realization hit hard. He'd been stalking the entrance, waiting for his mark. Police were sympathetic but limited. No overt crime meant no action. I purged Tinder, updated my number, and relocated temporarily to a friend's place in Tacoma for peace. Quiet descended for days, lulling me into false security. Then, while disposing of garbage in the alley behind my building, a note caught my eye, wedged in the bin's lid with my name scrawled on it. Unfolding it revealed a grainy photo of me in the bistro lobby, phone in hand, captured from outside through the window. Scribbled on the back, "Missed opportunity." Terror consumed me. Someone had documented my vulnerability. I crashed at friends' homes, hyper-vigilant, jumping at every creak. Months later, the harassment faded, but the scar remains. Sarah was a fabrication, a lure crafted to ensnare. That man expected compliance, perhaps to vanish me into the night. Trusting my intuition saved me, but the what-ifs haunt. Who orchestrated this? And are they still out there, watching from the shadows? Dating apps? Never again. Story 2. Turning 28 in the sweltering heat of Manila last February, I felt the weight of solitude more than ever. Years without a meaningful relationship had left me yearning for companionship amid the chaos of med school prep. My roommates and I crammed in a tiny apartment in Quezon City, surrounded by textbooks and the constant buzz of traffic outside. To escape the grind, I dove into online dating, swiping through profiles on a whim. That's how I encountered him. Let's call him Daniel. His charm hooked me instantly. Witty texts, shared laughs over late-night calls, a voice that soothed my exam-induced anxiety like a balm. He portrayed himself as a 25-year-old engineer, adventurous yet steady, with photos showing a handsome guy hiking in the provinces. We talked daily, our conversations weaving through dreams and daily woes. Yet oddities emerged. No video calls, excuses about a lost phone, and faulty webcam. I brushed them off, craving the emotional high he provided. But the pressure mounted. He'd persistently request intimate photos, his tone shifting from playful to insistent when I refused. My discomfort grew, a knot in my gut tightening with each argument. I'd assert my boundaries, feeling empowered yet drained as he'd sulk, apologize, then cycle back. Internally, I wrestled. Was this normal, or was I ignoring warnings? My friends noticed, probing during our group study sessions in the humid living room. "No face on calls." "That's sketchy, Lisa," one said, eyes wide with concern. I defended him, clinging to the illusion of sincerity in his words. Meetups? Always postponed. Work trips, illnesses, family crises. Soon, he'd promise, voice laced with feigned regret. Frustration built, but hope lingered. Come November, with Christmas lights twinkling across the city, I invited him to join my family celebration in our suburban home. He agreed eagerly, no hesitations. Excitement bubbled. I envisioned warm introductions, shared meals under the parole lanterns, a turning point. The eve of our meeting, his call came. Voice trembling, breaths ragged. "We need to talk," he choked. Dread iced my veins as confessions spilled. Fake photos stolen from a Thai model, fabricated job, even age. A man in his 40s, weathered and deceptive. Nausea hit. Betrayal burned like acid. He sent his real image, confirming the gulf between fantasy and reality. Rage and sorrow collided. I ended it, voice steady despite the tears. His response? Defiance. "You're shallow, just like the rest, obsessed with looks." He twisted the narrative, guilt-tripping me for rejecting the real him after his manipulations. Begging escalated. "Let me come for Christmas. I've got nowhere else." Horrified, I blocked him, reclaiming my peace for the holidays with family, their laughter a shield against the ache. Normalcy returned for nearly a year. I revived my social media, posting cosplay creations and everyday joys, from bustling markets to quiet cafe corners. Unaware we'd remain connected online, I shared freely. Then a message request, "Daniel. Missed you." Ice flooded my system. I ignored it, but pings persisted. Opening the chat revealed a photo of my family's house front, time-stamped recently. Panic surged. Parents away, I barricaded doors, heart hammering like a trapped bird. Knox thundered, his voice pleading through the wood. "Lisa, let's fix this." Terror paralyzed me as I dialed authorities, whispering details while hiding upstairs. Sirens arrived swiftly, subduing him outside. The officer's revelation? He clutched a blade. Shock weakened my knees. What if I'd opened the door? Confronting my parents with the full saga brought lectures laced with love. "You should have told us," Mom said, embracing me tightly. Relief mingled with lingering fear. That knife symbolized depths of obsession I couldn't fathom. Now I navigate life cautiously, scars reminding me. Online illusions can morph into real dangers. Trust your instincts, they might save you. Story 3. My name is Ethan, and at 29 I had just emerged from a 4-year relationship that ended quietly, but left me hollow. Dating in real life felt foreign. I'd lost whatever charm I once had. Bars were full of awkward pauses, and my confidence was shot. Friends kept pushing the apps. "Bumble's different, man. People actually want relationships there." So I downloaded it, not expecting much. A few days in, I matched with Sophia. Her profile photos showed a fit, petite brunette with olive skin, dark wavy hair, and a smile that lit up the screen. She looked like the kind of woman who crushed weekend hikes in the White Mountains and knew the best hidden wine bars. We hit it off immediately. Quick-witted banter about terrible dates, favorite local breweries, and shared hatred of overpriced tourist spots. She felt real, responsive, and genuinely interested. After a dozen or so messages, she asked for my Snapchat, saying she hated the Bumble app. I sent my username without hesitation. Her account popped up almost instantly. Sophia Fit 92, around 1,800 followers, a couple hundred following. Only 3 posts, all mirror selfies in tight workout clothes, each racking up hundreds of likes from guys leaving fire emojis and thirsty comments. No tagged photos, no friends in the frame, no stories with anyone else. I noticed but brushed it aside. Some people just keep things private. We moved to Snapchat and kept talking. Travel mishaps, gym routines, playlist swaps, it all flowed easily. She said she lived nearby in the North End and suggested drinks that same night at O'Leary's, a cozy Irish pub I knew well. Dark wood walls, dim lighting, the constant smell of beer and fried onions. The spontaneity excited me. We agreed on 9 p.m. I arrived at 8:40, nerves humming. The bar was lively but not packed. Locals watching the game, laughter mixing with clinking glasses. I grabbed a stool near the end, ordered an IPA from Mia, the regular bartender I recognized, and messaged Sophia. "Here early, take your time." While waiting, I scrolled her profile again. Still no female followers, no comments from women, nothing beyond those perfect solo shots. A quiet unease settled in my stomach. Around 8:55, a man sat next to me, mid-40s, heavy set, thinning graying hair, patchy beard, wearing a faded flannel that strained over his belly. He smelled faintly of cigarettes. "Hey, how's it going?" he asked with an overly eager grin. I nodded politely and returned to my phone. He didn't take the hint. He kept talking, claiming he thought he recognized me, asking if I came here often. Mia swung by and teased him. Finally ordering tonight? Suggesting he'd been lurking elsewhere in the bar. I sent Sophia another message joking about the chatty stranger. Still unread. I called her on Snapchat, no answer. By 9:10, her Bumble profile had vanished. The realization hit, Catfish. I asked for the check. The guy, now introducing himself as Rick, pushed harder. Leaving already? Night's young. Hot girls show up soon. His tone felt desperate. I stood to go, and that's when he grabbed my left wrist. Hard. What the hell? I snapped loudly. Heads turned. He leaned in close, breath sour, and whispered, I'm Sophia. I'm sorry. Don't leave. Revulsion slammed into me. Every flirty message, every laugh we'd shared, it had all been him. The photos stolen, the personality fabricated. I felt violated, sick, furious. I yanked my arm free and bolted out into the cold night, hurrying to my car without looking back. I could feel his stare the entire way. The drive home to Somerville was silent. No music, no calls, just the echo of his grip on my skin. I collapsed onto my bed, still dressed, staring at the ceiling, humiliation burning. I tried to block the Snapchat account. It was already gone. I turned on the TV to drown out my thoughts and eventually killed the lights around 11:30. Then came the bang, loud, violent, against my ground floor bedroom window. Blinds closed, I froze. A man's voice followed, low and insistent. Ethan. Ethan. Over and over, at least 10 times. He'd followed me home. The TV glow earlier must have confirmed I was inside. I didn't move or speak all night, phone clutched tight, ready to dial 911. At sunrise, I peeked through the blinds. Taped to the outside of the glass was a note in block letters. I'll be watching you. I stayed locked inside all weekend. Delivery food, blinds down, jumping at every noise. By Monday, I was staying with a friend and hunting for a new place. 2 weeks later, I moved to a second-floor apartment in Cambridge with deadbolts and security cameras. Even now, months later, I double-check locks and avoid walking alone after dark. That night stripped away any illusion of safety behind a screen. The perfect profile can belong to anyone at all. And once they know where you live, the game changes forever. I haven't opened a dating app since. Some doors are better left closed.